Ready to dive in. Today we're tackling epigenetics and DNA testing.
Definitely. And we're really zeroing in on how this technology helps you become the CEO of your own health.
Love that analogy. And we've got some solid stuff to work with today.
Yeah, for sure.
We're looking at insights from #Epigener and a presentation by Jerry Fong.
Oh, yeah. Jerry really knows his stuff.
He is definitely an expert in the field.
For sure.
So one of the first things that jumped out at me was how Jerry compares DNA testing to a weather forecast. It's not a diagnosis, right? It's more about spotting potential storms on the horizon.
Exactly. It gives you a heads up, not a guarantee.
Right. So it's not like going to the doctor for a checkup where they're looking at what's happening right now.
It's more like, okay, here's your potential, but you have the power to change the course.
Exactly. And this is where the whole idea of personalized health comes in.
Absolutely. It's like, why are we still stuck in this one-size-fits-all model when everyone is so unique?
Right. So knowing your DNA, it's like getting this personalized playbook, I guess.
Totally. And the thing is, your DNA, it doesn't change throughout your life. You only need to get tested once.
Exactly. Which is why choosing the right company to do the testing is so important.
Oh, huge, huge. You're handing over some seriously personal information, so you want to make sure it's in good hands.
Totally. And Jerry's big on transparency. Are they ISO certified? What kind of technology do they use? These are all things people should be asking.
100%. And not just asking, but actually understanding the answers, right?
Absolutely. He seems really impressed with Genoplan, the company he represents. He kept highlighting their ISO and CAP accreditations.
Yeah, those are definitely important. But, there are other reputable companies out there too.
Right. It's about finding the right fit for you.
Exactly. Figure out what's most important to you. Is it the types of reports they offer, their data privacy practices, the technology they use? Do your research, shop around.
Like choosing the right mechanic for your car, you want someone who knows what they're doing.
100%. So once you've done your research and actually taken the plunge, gotten the test, you're probably wondering, okay, what now? What kind of information am I going to get back?
And that's where Jerry's personal story comes in, right?
Oh, yeah. He really puts himself out there. Let's get into that.
I mean, how often do you hear someone just lay out their DNA results for the whole world to see?
Right. Not every day.
It's pretty cool that he's so open about it.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes it, way more relatable when he's walking you through his own report.
Totally. Like when he talks about having a higher risk for stomach cancer.
Yeah. And he loves bakwa.
That barbecue port, right?
That's one.
Yeah.
So, it shows you how this knowledge, even just knowing your predisposition, can be such a powerful motivator to make changes.
Oh, for sure. Okay, I might love this food, but maybe I should think twice about how often I'm eating it.
Exactly.
Instead of just generic health advice, it's like, boom, here's what your body's telling you.
It's personalized for sure.
And he had that example of his client who found out she had a higher risk of endometriosis.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Through the DNA test.
Exactly. And because of that, she was able to get ahead of it, talk to her doctor, and be proactive.
Which is so important with women's health, especially.
Absolutely. And he even gets into mental health,
Yeah, he did.
And showed that his report showed he had a predisposition for bipolar disorder and ADHD.
That's got to be a tough one to share publicly.
It speaks volumes about how much he believes in this stuff.
Definitely. And this is where that whole idea comes in, right? About genes not being destiny.
Right. He's all about nature with nurture.
You have some control over this stuff.
Yeah. And he even puts a number on it, which I thought was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Like a percentage?
Yeah, he said something like 70% of our health outcomes are because of our environment, our behavior, and lifestyle choices.
So it's not like you're stuck with whatever your genes say.
Exactly. You have the power to make changes.
So DNA testing isn't about feeling trapped. It's more like, here's the map. Now what are you going to do with it?
Exactly. You're not a passenger, you're the driver.
But how do you actually measure how your lifestyle is impacting things at a cellular level?
That's where the biophotonic scan comes in, right?
Yeah, that thing. What was it all about again?
So basically, it measures the antioxidant levels in your body.
Okay.
Specifically, something called carotenoids.
Carotenoids. Now, those sounded familiar, but remind me.
Yeah, so they're these powerful antioxidants. They protect your body from damage.
Okay, got it. Damage from what?
Free radicals.
Yeah.
Those things that can mess with your cells?
Yeah, right.
And the really cool part is this scan uses a laser.
A laser?
Yeah, but it's painless. It measures the carotenoid levels right there in your skin.
Wow. No blood work or anything.
Nope. You get instant feedback on how well you're doing, how well you're nourishing your body.
That's wild. So you can see if all those healthy choices are actually making a difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about waiting weeks for results. You get real time insights.
So you've got the scan, you've got your DNA results, it feels like a whole lot of data, you know?
It can feel like drinking from a fire hose, that's for sure.
Exactly. So where do you even begin to like apply all this information?
Well, that's where the real magic happens, right? It's not just about the data itself, but what you do with it.
Right, because what good is all this info if it's just sitting there?
Totally. So it's about translating it into action,
Hmm.
which is where personalized recommendations come in.
Okay, so it's not just you might be prone to this, it's more like here are some things you can do about it.
Exactly. It's all tailored to you. Based on your DNA, they can say, hey, you might want to pay attention to this area, or here's some things you can do to support your health.
That's incredible. It's like having a personalized health strategy, but like based on your genes.
Exactly. And then you combine that with the biophotonic scan, and you get this really powerful feedback loop.
Yeah. Like, am I on the right track? Boom. The scan tells you.
Precisely. It's like having a real-time progress report.
This is light years beyond like those generic health tips you see everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. It's not one size fits all. This is tailored to you.
This is really the future of healthcare, isn't it?
It has the potential to be, for sure. Moving away from that like reactive model of, oh, something's wrong, let's fix it, to more like, let's optimize your health from the inside out.
Exactly. And Jerry even mentioned that Genoplan offers consultations, right? So you're not just left to figure this out on your own.
Yeah. They have experts who can walk you through everything.
That's amazing. So you have this personalized report and then someone to guide you through it.
Exactly. Because knowledge is one thing, but actually applying it, making those changes, that's where the real power lies.
This whole deep dive has been incredible. We've gone from like the basics of DNA to this whole world of personalized health.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? How much we can learn from just a little bit of spit.
Seriously, it really makes you think about those nature versus nurture debates. It seems like we have a lot more control than we realize.
We really do. It's not about being determined by your genes. It's about understanding them and then making choices that support your health.
It's like we've been handed the blueprint, and now it's up to us to build the best version of ourselves.
I love that. And on that note, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of epigenetics and DNA testing.
And maybe, just maybe, it sparked your curiosity to explore your own genetic blueprint and see what you discover. Until next time.